Hey sports bettors, what's up? Alex here, and unfortunately no March Madness today. So what we're going to be doing is going through the best mathematically profitable NBA player prop picks for today. The best bets for the NBA tonight. So you can see it's pretty early in the morning, but sportsbooks have already started to post NBA player prop odds for today. So the bet I'm going to zone in on in this game is in the Nuggets versus Clippers game. Aaron Gordon over 2.5 assists. You can see this is currently plus 150 on Caesars. So if we just navigate over to this game, I just hit some tennis bet, which is actually right here before I started this video. You can see there's a green check mark right here, which indicates that this bet has been added to my bet tracker. So whenever you want to add a bet to your bet tracker, you can just click on an odd on OddsJam to add it to your bet tracker. The bet tracker is 100% free on OddsJam. Just sign up for an account, or you can hit this plus button to add a bet to your bet tracker. So for example, Aaron Gordon, this is plus 150 on Caesars. The OddsJam Perfect Line Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker in the world, is only giving you plus 118 on Gordon over 2.5 assists. So we're getting 32 cents of improvement, right? Plus 118 to plus 150 on Caesars with Gordon over 2.5 assists. Early player prop lines. So what we can do is we can head over to Caesars and you can see Aaron Gordon right here, exactly like said on OddsJam, over 2.5 assists, plus 150 odds, and only plus 118 on the OddsJam Perfect Line Pinnacle. So the sharpest line out there, only giving us plus 118. We're getting plus 150, so this is definitely a bet I want to lock in. So you can see that the market on Pinnacle is plus 118 minus 160, right? So Aaron Gordon under 2.5 assists is minus 160 odds. That's favored. Aaron Gordon over 2.5 assists is plus 118 on the OddsJam Perfect Line or Pinnacle. So what we can do is we can go to a zero vig odds calculator. This is the most important calculator on OddsJam, so I recommend checking it out. Read this text if you're confused about what is vig, how do I back out fair odds or true odds. I highly recommend reading this text, and we can put in the market on Pinnacle, right? So the market on the OddsJam Perfect Line or Pinnacle is plus 118 minus 160. Right, you're getting plus 118 on over 2.5 assists. In the under 2.5 assists, Pinnacle's pricing at minus 160. So that means once we remove the vig or the juice from Pinnacle's market, which is how all sportsbooks make money, right? They charge a spread. They charge the vig. So what we're doing with the zero vig odds calculator is we're removing the juice. We're removing the vig to get an indication of the fair odds or the fair line for the bet. So once we remove the vig, we can see the fair price, according to Pinnacle, is plus 134.15 on the over 2.5 assists. This is just sports betting math using a no vig odds calculator. And then the under would be fairly priced, or of true odds, minus 134.15. Right, plus 134.15 minus 134.15. That is a zero vig market. There is no vig in a market where the plus number equals the minus number, right? So we're getting plus 150 on Caesars right here, right? So this is beating the zero vig line on Pinnacle, right? The fair line is plus 134 once you remove the juice. We're getting plus 150, which is incredible value. So this is a positive EV bet, right? Essentially the way all sports books work, right, is Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker out there, they have a model that is spitting out a probability for Gordon to have over 2.5 assists or under 2.5 assists. In Pinnacle's case, they believe Gordon has a 42.71% probability of having over 2.5 assists, right? Which is a fair line of plus 134.15. So then what Pinnacle does is they take their fair market and then they add in juice or they add in vig so they can make money, right? Which is why even though this bet is fairly priced at plus 134, Pinnacle's not giving you plus 134. They're only giving you plus 118, right? They're adding vig, juice, a spread, whatever you want to call it, into the market. But we're getting this plus 150, which is incredible value. And again, it's only possible because sportsbooks have different odds, right? Like if we go to player goals for tomorrow, you can see all of these bookmakers, Adam Fox to score a goal. It's plus 680 on FanDuel. Why would you place your bet plus 450 on DraftKings if you can get plus 680 on FanDuel? It makes no sense whatsoever. So that's why it's so important to be line shopping, regardless of if you're betting on the money line, whatever you're betting on. You need to be checking as many bookmakers as possible, right, to make sure that you are getting the best number. If you want to bet on the Devils, you better not be betting on FanDuel plus 130 because you'll never make money as a sports bettor, right? If there's a sports book in your state giving you plus 140 and you're betting plus 130, you are guaranteed to lose money. So let's lock in this Gordon bet. Let's throw 250 on it. Aaron Gordon over 2.5 total assists. I'll add this to my bet tracker. Click this plus button. This bet has a profit margin of 6.77%. A green check mark shows up. So this bet has a profit margin of roughly 7%. We're betting $250. So our bet is profitable by 7% times 250, roughly $20 in value or profit margin on this bet mathematically. So I added it to my bet tracker. The OddsJam bet tracker, as you can see, automatically grades bets as wins or losses. And most importantly, it shows you, did you beat the closing line as a sports bettor, right? You can see here, I bet the Devils plus 100 at lost on Thursday, March 10th, 9:30 a.m. The closing line was minus 120. I bet it plus 100, so I beat the closing line, right? Incredible value. So I like to go through and just make sure I'm seeing more green than red in my bet tracker. You're not always going to be able to beat the closing line, but you want this number to be as high as possible. So we hit one plus EV player prop bet for tonight. So we have a player prop betting pick in the Nuggets Clippers game. Gordon over 2.5 assists plus 150. If you're able to tail it, lock it in. Let's make some freaking money today.